I'm Teddy Margas, and welcome to the SOAPBOX Show, brought to you by Middle Class Aftermath, where we all get on top of our soapboxes and rant and rave about things that are important to us. Many of our returning favorites, plus we have special guests, so kick back, relax, and have a heck of a good time as we here kick off Memorial Day weekend quarantine style. Yay! Okay, let's see. We're good. I'm going to start. I just want to let everybody know. Michelangelo said, and I want to quote it perfectly, "Genius is eternal patience." So be patient with me as I try to bring people in. Our first guest is Craig Taggart. I'm going to hit the little button and try to find Craig. There he is. This was super duper. And there he is.
Hola,
Hi, darling.
how are you, Angel?
I'm amazing, and I'm very excited to hear what you are going to soapbox about.
Well, it's so interesting. You and I were on the exact same wavelength because it's Memorial Day weekend, right?
Yes, I'm excited.
So, yes, and across the country, beaches are starting to reopen. Folks are starting to flock there. I certainly have an opinion on that, but I'm not going to talk about that particular kind of beaches. Instead, I'm going to talk about my favorite kind of beaches, which is...
Of course.
That's right. That's the beaches I'm going to talk about in honor of Memorial Day. Because a little story. When that movie first came out, I, by that point, was already a huge Bette Midler fan, right? I'd seen all the Disney comedies, the Down and Out in Beverly Hills, Ruthless People, Outrageous Fortune, sold. And then the way they were promoting that movie, right, was like a movie to be seen with friends. So I had a couple of girlfriends in the, I should say, gal pals. They were, I was still high school, but they weren't really girlfriends. They were
I get it.
gal pals in the neighborhood. And we'd made a promise to one another that we would see that movie together. I was 14 years old, and the movie comes out, and we hadn't really locked in a particular time to go. Cut to one weekend, my dad says, "Okay, get your shoes on. We're going to the movies." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "What are we going to see?" And he was like, "We're going to see beaches." And I was like, "I know. I can't see that movie." And he was like, "Well, we're going." And the household that I grew up in, there was no like petulance as far as like, I'm not doing that and like leave me at home. No, it was a family event and we were going. And the way North County St. Louis was at the time was we had like the regular movie theaters, and then you had like the dollar show. And by this point, like beaches had kind of made it to the dollar show, like when I was making plans to go with the gal pals. And the way it was as a teenager, especially being 14, like before you could drive, was you had an arrangement usually, because the dollar show was where the underclassmen would go to hang out. And usually like one set of parents would take you and the other set of parents would pick you up because obviously too young to drive. So I was bound and determined that I was not going to like this movie because I was, number one, felt like I was disappointing friends because I'd made a promise that I was going to have to break. But really, even more importantly than that is, as a 14-year-old, you did not want to be caught dead with your parents in public. You could only be at the dollar show with people your own age. Now, we could go to a completely different theater, another part of town, totally fine. No problem, family night, whatever. We always usually went to the rush hour, saving our coins. So we're off to the theater, and I have made my mind up that I'm going to hate this movie.
Oh, my God.
I I don't want to go. But the thing is, like, I was never mouthy or sassy or, you know, I didn't talk back to my parents. I went along, but like this. And I looked down and I didn't want any popcorn. I didn't want any soda. I didn't want to have anything to do with this experience. I just shut my trap and just looked down. Cut to the movie starts. Now, for those fans out there who know how it starts, it's the little instrumental track of the song Under the Boardwalk. No, I still hate it. Nope, not looking up. And then Bette Midler starts to sing. And I'm like, what? And I look up and I see just the back of her head, this glorious red hair, blue sweater, black slacks. She's performing at the Hollywood Bowl, which I didn't know what that was at the time, but I'm like, I want to go there. And she turns around and starts singing, and that was it.
Done.
That was it. The whole movie went from, yes, I said slacks, went from this to that. And at 14 years old, I fell in love like I had never fallen in love before.
Wow.
To the degree that I want to grow up to be that. I want to do that. And I've spent every waking moment from then till now gunning for that. And Beaches, arguably, is one of the best pictures ever made, in my opinion. Because what I love about it, like, at the time, it was a fucking musical. Like, at a time when, like, you can't make musicals, it's a dead genre, it's buried, it's long past, never be seen again. But every single song on this soundtrack, which arrived today, which is why I felt like I had.
Is that vinyl?
It's vinyl. Vinyl, motherfucker. Yeah, and it's glossy, and it was wrapped.
Are you gonna take it out of the package?
I did take it out of the package so we can play it. I know that look. I had the same look, but they've been reissued, so it's not like
right.
Oh my god! So it's not like I just paid $3,000. No, I didn't. I love the movie, but I didn't bust that kind of coin.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the reason that movie's so fucking great is that it just sold me on musicals, because unlike soundtracks, which is like, oh, this music just kind of like enhances it, it propels the storyline. And it's a song about best friends. Mm-hmm. And again, I thought it does everything in entertainment that I want to do. You laugh, you cry, you sing. It's just the best fucking thing ever. If you've not seen it, that's an assignment, I think, for everybody this Memorial Day weekend. Don't haul your cookies off to the shoreline. Watch this. And if you're anything like me, it'll change your fucking life.
Yay.
And you guys can reach out to me. Maybe we can do like a little screening party. What? Just had that idea in the moment. What? But I love it. I love you. Thank you for letting me rant and rave. And let's one more shout out for Beaches.
That's the beach. That's the beach we're going to.
That's the beach.
All right, darling. Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you. You too. Happy Memorial Day.
He didn't get a chance to finish. How horrible. Beaches changed my life too. I saw Beaches and that's when I realized that's what I want to do too. Isn't that insane how, and then we found each other later in life? Huh? Isn't that insane? All right. I'm going to bring up our next performer. I'm so excited because she is my stage wife. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your Memorial Day weekend hands together for Beth Berlin. And she'll be here any second. Connecting. Hi, darling.
Betty.
Look how beautiful you look.
Oh, thank you, darling.
How are you?
Just ahead. I didn't test my framing. Bad girl.
Hey, nothing wrong with a little head.
I set you up for that, didn't I? It's so hard for me to not become Esther when we do this. It's
very.
cool.
I know this is kind of cool. It's just us.
It's
us chilling.
Getting real. All right, so I'm gonna rant today. I'm gonna do a little rant.
I'm excited.
You can call them idioms or metaphors or slang. And I mean, we're used to the like classic idioms that are out there and that are tried and true and trusted and beloved. Like for instance, a dime a dozen. We're used to those, right? We love those. Time flies when you're having fun. Super cute, fun, right? Speak of the devil. One of my speak of the devil, right? We love those old idioms. What I have a problem with are these emerging idioms, these like new ones that are coming out there that people are like trying to take off. And now people are like using them in a way that really annoys me. For instance, you may have heard this one a great deal. Let me unpack that for you. Let me unpack that for you. People got super into saying, let me unpack that for you. And I just want to punch them in the face when I hear it. Another one is stay in your lane. Yeah, stay in your lane. Motherfucker, you stay in your lane. What does that mean? No, we're not driving. Don't try to make that take off. Fuck you, stay in your lane. A new one, which isn't even really an idiom, but it's like, yeah, I know. You're going to start saying that, Jessica, just to piss me off, right? See, now I'm unloading and now everybody's going to start using them. This other one is like just recently emerged. I don't know if you guys have heard people like all of a sudden everyone is saying this and I don't get it. And it's not really an idiom, but it's sort of a metaphor. That's my white whale. Or for that thing that they keep chasing after that they'll never catch, right? But it's like, why is everyone using that? Why is it? Why is all like, where's the memo? That like now this is how we're supposed to say this, you know? Drives me freaking crazy. So then what I suggest and I propose is if we're just throwing out idioms left and right here, I've got one that I want to take off. And I'm going to suggest it to you guys to start using. I've been using it for 100 years, okay? I've been using it forever. So it's mine. So if it does take off, you were here, you remember that when, thank you, Craig, for my I did see that. Very good. That's not the phrase, but I am going to start using it. Is when you show up to something, you're at an event, or you're, you're on a date, or even just something as small as, like they give you a little extra something when you purchase something at the grocery store or something. They throw something in. I call it dinner and a movie. So you expect the dinner and they give you the movie. So there you go, take it. So anytime that you have something, so that's where it's like, someone, it's even better if it's like someone delivers you something and they're super hot, right? So you get the delivery shown to your door, but it's a super hot delivery guy. I think I've said that straight to their face. I go, well, dinner and a movie. And they don't get it. They don't know. But Comic Mikey, thank you for the hair comment. So thank you. So dinner and a movie. You're all welcome. You got my rant and you got my hair. All right.
That's it. Being on here with you, Beth, is like dinner and a movie.
Well, thank you, sir. I like it.
Well, thank you for that rant, darling.
Friends.
I love idioms, actually. I use them a little too much. I used one the other day, like, oh, we didn't get here a minute too soon. But then I try to break that down, and I'm like, what does that even mean? We didn't get here a minute too soon. Think about it. Break it down. Not an easy thing to do. Okay, coming up next, I'm going to have you all be patient while I look for here she is. Where did she go? She moved to the top of the list. Ladies and gentlemen, I love this woman. She's very talented. She's very funny and so organized. Working with her is a dream. Put your Memorial Day hands together for Taylor Babb. Can't wait to hear what Taylor Babb rants about. I'm sure it'll be fun. Hi, gorgeous.
Hi, Daddy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? You look fantastic.
Thank you. You look very dapper for yourself.
Thank you, dear. Well, it's the Soapbox Show. Let's hear what you got.
Yes. Fun fact real quick. Abraham Lincoln had a white summer suit that he would wear, similar to yours.
I'm
Anyway.
in love with Abraham Lincoln.
I worked at the Presidential Museum for 6 years.
I can tell.
Okay, so I do have something I need to talk about. And that is when you're going to see a show, a movie, a play, anything that involves music, and you haven't seen it before, and the person sitting next to you sings along to every single song. I'm sorry, I didn't pay to hear you sing Hamilton or hear you sing The Greatest Showman. And I have two very disturbing examples to give you involving both of those things. One time I went to go see The Greatest Showman, and the lady next to me, literally at the beginning of the movie, it was a completely packed theater, no other seats available. She leans over and she says, "Just so you know, I'm going to sing along to every song." And I was like, is that, I thought she was maybe joking. I was hoping she was joking. She sang to every single song. She had seen it already, and she had memorized it, and she sang along, and I sat there like this, and I almost wanted to just punch her in the mouth, but I didn't. And then, secondly, I won the lottery to see Hamilton when it was here in Los Angeles. So I got front row tickets. We were sitting there, and I brought my very, very, very good friend, and we were going through the show, and I start to hear a little something on the side, and I'm like, oh God, is she singing? She's singing during Hamilton. And it was live in front of us, and I started freaking out. I was like, I can't lose my friendship over this. So I turned to her, I said, "You have to stop singing. I'm sorry, you have to stop. I can't do it." And she was a good enough friend that she did stop. She understood my mania, but I just don't understand why people do that. Ugh. And that's my soapbox. That's all I have to say about that.
Darling, that's a major soapbox, because that is annoying.
So bad.
All right. Are you going to have a great Memorial Day weekend?
Yes, obvi.
Good for you. Love you, darling.
Love you. Good to see you. Bye.
Okay. That reminds me of an idea that I have for a Hamilton Ice-capades. Are you ready for what we're going to call it? Dorothy Hamilton. What? That's a sketch idea. I just came up with a sketch idea. Okay, coming to the stage right now is someone who I can't even begin to tell you how much I adore her, how much I love working with her. It is the amazing Kelly Tighe.
Ah!
So glamorous.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Teddy?
How's your mental health?
It's great.
I can tell by the flapper-style bandana you're wearing.
It's better than ever. I've never felt better.
I've never felt better, Kelly. You look fantastic.
Thank you so much.
What are you doing to your teeth, darling?
I had a little lipstick on my teeth and little
Is
lipstick here and
Whipped
there.
coffee? Is it whipped coffee?
It is not. It's just lipstick. I have regular coffee today. I'm having a little trouble getting it together. Just a little trouble because, and I'll tell you why.
Tell me, darling.
I'm having trouble because this morning, for whatever reason, my printer wouldn't work. That's what I want to talk about today, moving pictures. I'm in the moving pictures.
What do you mean your printer didn't work?
By golly, I'm in the talkies. My printer wasn't working. Thank you, Teddy. My printer wasn't working today. And that's what I think I might be having a nosebleed as we speak.
For real?
I think it's all right. Maybe it's just regular snot. But here we go. Is what I I get very angry when printers don't work. We can send a man in the moon, but we can't get a printer to have simple ink in it. We have to get the paper to align with a printer. It's always needing ink, and ink is always expensive. It never goes in, and this is my soapbox, is printers.
Do it again, Cal. Keep doing it, Cal.
That's what I wanted to talk about today, is how much I hate printers.
That's a perfect solution to a printer that doesn't work.
Right?
And that kind of could segue into what I'd like to get on a soapbox about. You want to hang out and listen?
I'd love to, Teddy. Go.
All right. Take a sip of that whipped coffee. Get that hammer ready.
It's right here.
Because I am tired. I am sick and tired of Uber drivers that want to be your friend. They want to talk to you. No. Right, Cal?
I know.
But I get into an Uber and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I thought I would get into the Uber and I would do some work on my phone, or, you know, I do a lot of work from my car. I make most of my phone calls from my car. I can. It's just, that's the time that to me, it's perfect time management. I'm not going to call you from my house. Let me call you in 5 minutes when I get in the car. I've said that so many times. So when I'm in the Uber, even better, I can text and email because I'm not driving. But, Mr. Uber driver, and what's the first question he asks? Hey, did you want a water? That's so sweet. No, I don't want a water. I have a whole thing of lollipops here. I don't want a lollipop either. How about Dum-Dums? Well, that's a lollipop, and I don't want that either. I've got Jujubes, M&Ms. Yo, dude, this ain't a movie theater. Can we just go? And do me a favor. Don't play that song. I don't like it. It's offensive, actually. It's either homophobic or racist. Could you turn off the radio? And wait a minute. Is that a cologne or an air freshener? I don't know. I don't want it. I don't know. Done. Not with, no Uber. No Uber. God bless you if you work for Uber. But I'm saying this because I like taking Ubers. Just be quiet. I'm so happy when they added that silent mode. You wanted to be in talkies. When I'm in the Uber, I want to be in the silent film. And now I'm going to get off my soapbox. Ha ha! Kelly, I love you.
I love you. I hear you. No one wants to talk.
I love you and your kookiness and your headband and your whipped coffee. I'm going to make a lip color. The color of whipped coffee, and I'm going to call it Kelly's Whipped Coffee. That's the name of the color.
I think it should be whipped coffee from the talkies.
Come on, Cal. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. All right, yay for Kelly. And that was Teddy's rant. Now we're going to bring up somebody who makes me laugh because we work together in a show, and I cannot get out of my head every time he said, my gong gong. You my gong gong. Ladies and gentlemen, put your awesome hands together for Gian Pettus. Yay! He'll be coming on. He'll be coming on soon. Yes, he will. On this Memorial Day. Yay! My gong.
My dude.
How are you?
I'm doing well. You look fantastic.
You look fantastic. I love our backdrops. We could work for JCPenney.
Aren't they? Didn't they go bankrupt?
Well, now we could buy JCPenney.
Yeah, we should buy JCPenney.
How are you?
You know, man, I'm okay, but I'm a little upset.
Tell me.
I'm a little upset because I am not happy, and I want to rant, and I want to talk about some things.
Yes, tell us.
And this is what I want to talk about. Don't tell me good morning. Why? Why do I have to say good morning? How do you know if it's a good morning? You don't, so don't tell me that. You know, people like, we wake up and we're already upset, right? Like, you have never woken up and been like, you know what? That was the exact amount of sleep I needed. It's never happened. So now you want me to take that that feeling, go out into the world, and now I have to be nice. I got to be polite. Don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, dude. And I think it's because I have like PTSD from like going to school and being in elementary school and the teacher being like, "Good morning, kids," and everyone's like, "Good morning, Mrs. Stout," and she's like, "You can do better than that," and it's like, I can't do better than that. I'm seven. I want to watch Rugrats. I'm crashing from my tricks, and I got a boo-boo. So like, you want me to liven it up for you, and that's the other thing. It's like people want you to say good morning to them, and it's like, what's that motive for? Like, why do you need me to say good morning to you? You know what I'm saying? Do you have stuff that you need to work out? Do you secretly need me to make your day better? Because hey, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. And you know, and one more thing before I get out of here is like, people think that like life is what you make it. So you should just say good morning and like make people better, but it's like your life is what you make your life. So don't try to put those ideals on me. Does that make sense, Teddy?
That makes complete sense. That makes so much sense.
I can't stand it.
I love it.
And
well,
now,
don't have a good morning.
No. You can have a good morning. You can choose to have a good morning, but don't expect me to tell you good morning, and then don't get upset when I don't tell you good morning, because that's only going to make me more mad. And with that, I get off my soapbox.
I love it. Thank you. Yay! That was Gian Pettus, everybody. Yes, sirree, Bob. That was really a good one. I relate to that too, because I used to work in the restaurant, and we had somebody who, if you didn't say please or thank you, like at the kitchen or the bar, like we were running around like a chicken without it. Can I get a Diet Coke, please? I forgot for table 2. You didn't say please. What? We're in a restaurant. Anyhow, bringing on our final performer. Love working with her too. She is not only talented and beautiful and glamorous, she is so organized, and we're always on the same wavelength when it comes to stuff that pisses us off. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome on this Memorial Day weekend, Lindsay Hopper. Yay, I love your
I'm live. I rearranged.
The cheek color is
It's
too
called
dark.
It's called overheating.
How are you, darling?
Good. How are you?
I'm great.
Good.
What you got for us in the soapbox today?
So I had a real life frustration moment that has led to today's soapbox. I don't understand these. Does anyone else get these retail me not things full of like coupons that no one's ever going to use?
Oh my God.
I'm never going to use these. And it's just, so it's a waste of paper. It takes up my entire mailbox. I get so excited thinking I have like mail, and it's just this. And like you look through it, it's like, I'm not going to Closet World. I don't own this house. I'm not putting in this. I would love to know where this store is. El Super? Ashley Home Store?
No.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Rite Aid? Well, I mean, they kind of get you because the first thing they show you is the booze on the Memorial Day side. But like, honestly, like the other side's patio furniture. So like, have a good Memorial Day, but like, I'm not going to go to Rite Aid to buy those items. There's like Vons. Again, I don't think I've ever shopped at Vons. Ralph's, like maybe, but like it makes me nervous to get like $5.99 pound ribeyes. Like, is it gonna kill me? Like Smart and Final, like, you know, it's like ribs and corn and then blueberries if you need blueberries. It's all grocery stores. Where is Baja Ranch? They want me to buy a jacuzzi shower, and then like I'm gonna buy some something from Harbor Freight because I'm, no, I'm not buying any of these things. Make them go away. I want them to stop coming into my mailbox. So you know what I did? I Googled, how do I stop making retail me not come to my house? And I wanted to show the image, but like it's not letting me show an image when there's two of us. But it says all you have to do is put your information into this stupid thing and like it'll stop sending you these. I've done that 3 times.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
You know what I think it's doing? It's just solidified them in their nasty paper, with their nasty smells and their stupid deals that I'm never going to use and take up my mailbox, and I hate it. And with that, I will get off my soapbox.
She hates it.
I hate it. As I was saying that, I started laughing because Craig just said, or maybe you get a dip for your fries.
Well, but how about all the waste of paper? That's a waste of paper. Hello?
And mailbox space, and my time.
Environmentally wasting paper. Mm-mm.
And my time. Anyway,
All right, darling.
I shall leave you. I love you.
I
Thank
love
you for
too.
hosting.
Happy
Goodbye.
Memorial Day. Bye.
Happy Memorial Day.
All right, guys. Well, that was it. That was the Soapbox Show. Doesn't it go by so fast when everybody's just so perfect? So if you have a rant that you think you'd like to get on this show and let us all hear, hey, message us right here at Middle Class Aftermath, and we'll get in touch with you if we think it's worthy. All right, guys. So happy